If you're facing harassment or discrimination in the workplace, you're probably trying to decide whether or not you should report that conduct to your Human Resources Office, or HR. Now, this is a very difficult question because the most important thing you need to realize is that if your company, if your employer has a Human Resources Office, that office exists to protect the company, not to protect you. If there's anything that you take from this video, you need to remember that one thing. HR exists to protect the company. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't report to HR. It just means that in the event you do report harassment, HR is then required to further investigate your allegations and find out what happened. So let's assume for a moment that you are reporting your supervisor for sexual harassment. If you make that complaint to HR, HR will conduct an investigation. That investigation may be done within HR, or they may hire an outside investigator to perform it. You'll be questioned, any witnesses you identify will be questioned, and the accused harasser will be questioned as well. Once the investigation is concluded, your employer will have to make a decision. Are they going to essentially side with your harasser and conclude that no harassment took place and no further action will be taken? Or will they side with you and accept your allegations as true and take action against that harasser? If your employer determines that the investigation found no evidence of harassment, then they're going to protect that supervisor against your allegations, and Human Resources will help them do so. So you need to keep that in mind, that you are reporting to HR, but HR is working on behalf of the company, not on behalf of the employee. It may work out that the employee's interests and the company's interests are the same, in which case HR might do what you want them to do, but you can't expect that going in. Now, before you go to HR, what you need to do is you need to create a detailed record of the harassment or the discrimination or the retaliation that you're facing. Now, what you do is, over a period of time, you write down every day, to the extent that it happens, the harassment or the discrimination in as much detail as possible. Write down dates, write down times of conversations, witnesses who heard it or participated in the conversation, specific quotes of any harassing comments. Write that all down in detail. And the best place to write it down is in an email to yourself. Use your personal email, not your work email. Not your work email. Use your personal Gmail or Hotmail or Yahoo Mail and write yourself an email detailing everything that happened, and click send that same day. And you'll have a number of emails over time that are dated, time-stamped, within hours of the alleged harassing conduct. So at the time when you're actually prepared to go to HR and the time is right, and that time is difficult to determine, but when that time is right, you have this record of weeks or months of conduct that you can bring to HR and present to them. Now, of course, if a particular harassing incident is so severe that you can't wait, then obviously don't wait. If your supervisor is demanding sex from you and threatening your job, you don't have weeks to wait and write down a record. You need to take action much sooner than that.